I'm filled with the demon of anger.
With a little semen.
A little semen. With a little semen.
Or a little semen.
I think, every time one of our other hosts is in here, I just assume, at least it's 2/3 of the time, that they're drowning in cum somewhere.
Yeah.
God, fucking...
Cum puddles.
Yeah, Aaron did that thing where you try to vaporize alcohol by holding a wine glass over a candle. Got so drunk, threw his phone against a wall. You reached out to Aaron. You tried to get him back on the show.
Yeah.
Because he was here last week before Kirk Cameron took down our YouTube video.
Yeah, fuck him, dude.
Yeah, fuck Kirk Cameron.
Yeah,
Hope you go
his
to hell,
phone's
dude.
broken, so it's just getting a hold of him. He wants to do it.
He wants to do it. That's what he says.
Yeah.
But that's the same thing. That's what he said about, homosexual reparative therapy, pornography addiction classes. We were gonna do. It was called Cooking with Your Buddies. He backed out of that real fucking quick.
Yeah, the other guy blew his hand off doing shit. It was a shake and bake.
It was super weird. Yeah, there was this thing that was really popular where we're from called shake and bake meth. It's probably popular where you're from too, but it was notorious because if you opened it too soon, it would explode. But also, it would explode if you opened it too late.
Yeah, so it's just. I mean, you already had to be on meth to basically figure out the matrix timing of this.
Yeah, to be focused enough to see through the interdimensional layers, you really had to be cranked out of your fucking gourd, man.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I think we could make meth good again. We could make it pure.
Yeah.
We could make meth. I mean, God, what color was it back in the day?
Okay.
Probably
so
like a dirty brown. Gray?
Yeah. So it would be like if you mixed like Play-Doh and like sand together and be like a brown. There's sometimes I remember one time they would come in like squares.
So like they were cutting it that bad, so it wasn't even like shards anymore.
No. I've had some stomped on stuff, but then you get like shards. But that's easy to recrystallize with cut. Yeah, they do that all the time.
It's recrystallization. If you've ever had a crystal growing kit, you know the science of this shit. But like basically, you can take. I think it's for a long time they just used MSG. Because MSG works really well for this, and so that would explain why it was spongy. If you ever had a weird spongy cut, once it got a little wet, so like you take MSG and mix it with something. This is what they would do with ketamine often, and like you'd mix it in, and then like as the water evaporates out, these crystals start to like reform and grow and shit, and it's like they're just huge. So you can go on Reddit right now and find pictures of people posting like just icicles of meth, and it's like, yeah, like you're proud of it. You made that in your kitchen with like
the RMeth subreddit. I don't follow it, but I just have like a couple Twitter accounts who are like, they just like, dude, did you see what's on RMeth today? It's some lady smoking with the sheriff, and you're like, what the fuck?
That's fucking cracked, dude.
Fucking Alabama ass town, just fucking ugh.
Dude, I can't imagine being so casual about meth, and I say this as someone who's right now on Adderall. I'm just like, I know it's just not the same thing. Like to the point where I was in my therapist's office and I was worried. I was like, I don't want meth to make me agitated. I don't want to go into some sort of stimulant psychosis. And he was like, I've heard of meth making you go into stimulant psychosis. You'd have to go real out of your way to do that on Adderall. Like, it's just practically unheard of. And I'm like, you've never been to our stims, dude. That's every third post.
I should know more than you, doctor.
Yeah. Because I've never been I've never been awake for that long. I've never been awake for more than probably 48 hours, if that.
I've been up for 6+ days.
God damn it.
And I had a vivid. That's why it's like I just hate people, because I'm like, you're lying. You did not do acid and see a dragon, faggot. But if a meth head told me he saw trees spinning, I'm like, believe you. I've seen. I was in the car. It's like 3 a.m. It's like day 4, and we're just riding around crazy and fucking. I'm just like, oh my god, the trees are spinning, and it just like, it's like you can't look. Like everything hurts to look. I've had vivid conversations with people who weren't there, and it's weird because it's like a haze when you try to remember it, but when you remember the hallucination, it feels like you're remembering a dream. Like it's kind of there, but not really.
So they say this is why alcoholics hallucinate. Is you're sleeping you're not getting any REM sleep, but it's still an action your body needs to carry out. Like these hormones need to enter your system for some reason. And so you'll start to basically dream while awake.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it's an explanation I've heard.
that's rad.
Isn't that fucking dope?
Who's like a famous alcoholic?
I've been watching Truman Capote quite a bit.
Oh yeah, he definitely was an alcoholic.
Oh my, have you ever watched interviews with him? He's so fucking fun, bro.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. I had no clue. Oh yeah, cuz you're a big Seymour Hoffman guy.
Yeah.
And he portrayed Capote. I haven't watched Capote yet cuz I keep waiting
Apparently,
for
it's not. The movie is generic. It's made by. I think it's made by the same guy who made Crash.
Oh
No,
yeah.
wait. Is it my thing?
It is Crash.
Or
yes.
Traffic? What's the one where it's like a bunch of different stories?
That would be Crash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Crash. Yeah,
yeah.
Crash sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
And that one Best Picture over fucking was it the
trying
Gay
to
Cowboy movie?
Yeah, over Brokeback Mountain. And you know what's funny is there was a third thing that came out that year that was like actually pretty fucking groundbreaking. I can't remember it. Whatever.
can't remember.
The 2007.
Did you know Children of Men was even nominated the year 2007 because it was such a huge list?
Oh yeah, was it Gran Torino came out that year?
No. 2007's There Will Be Blood, No Country for Old Men, Michael Clayton.
Jesus.
Fucking, that's a year of movies.
Yeah, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Like there's 40. Do you remember? I hated that particular Oscars because every category they would have to say the words Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, and it's the most nonsense title for a fucking movie ever. I hate it. It's like, is his name Tinker Tailor? Does he tinker? Is he a tinkerer, a tailor, a soldier, and a spy? That makes the most sense to me.
Yeah.
But there's no commas in the goddamn fucking title. It's like Roman J. Israel Esquire. Like, is that the city he got his wine-colored suit in? Fuck, I don't know.
The problem is like the name. It's always been like sometimes the title does matter.
A lot.
Like-
I think it's really important, actually.
Like Rewatchables has like, would you name this a different movie?
Ooh.
And sometimes it's like yes, and sometimes no. But I can't remember. There's a specific example. It's like if you just change the title of a movie, it actually make the movie better.
Oh, wow. Okay, wait. Let me think of an example. Because I can think of, movies that are enhanced by the title. Videodrome. Better movie because it has a cool title. Can't
Yeah.
explain it. Ooh.
Like, could you? I would never change There Will Be Blood. It's such a gripping
It's
title.
yeah, fuck. Miller's Crossing is a really boring title.
Yep.
Miller's Crossing would be a better movie. So would Blood Simple.
Yeah.
A lot of Coen Brothers movies would be better with different titles. This
I
is
Am
my
Sam.
theory.
Right?
That's a shit.
It's a shit title.
That's a shit title. Was that a Coen Brothers joint?
No, that's fucking the
the Sean Penn retard
Sean
movie. That's so fucking.
I couldn't
funny.
even get through the trailer. Like, it's so bad.
Dude. I show people. There's a couple trailers I have in rotation. I Am Sam is good, and I use I Am Sam to tee up Soul Man.
Yes.
Dude, you know who I want to get back on the show really badly because she's back a little bit. You know, she's a cool lady. She got her affairs in order.
Oh, nice.
Mad Trash Bro. You remember her from the very
Mm-hmm.
close to the beginning of Piss Magazine.
Big Tits McGee.
Big Tits McGee. Yeah, she her uncle directed Soul Man.
Yeah.
And I really badly want to do a Steve Miner retrospective because like it's this dude's career. It's my favorite thing to do is to take people I know and find their famous family members and then force them to appreciate that shit. Like, you know what? I've never shown Izzy like trap remixes of like the fucking That 70s Show theme song.
Oh yeah.
But I should.
You should.
Yeah.
That's like they did the Clinton Dixie song.
Yeah,
Yeah, the trap version. Or is it like a away.
Dude, hey, wait, what do you think your like Native American name would be? And I can
One large buffalo.
wide
Wide buffalo.
wide buffalo.
He comes in the white buffalo.
That is amazing, actually. The white buffalo. That sounds cool as shit.
I know.
Like that's like when the dude's name is like Montenegro and he's like huge as shit, and you're
Yeah.
like, whoa, that guy deserves the name Mountain. Like holy shit.
I know. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of like Indian nicknames and then like Italian nicknames are like in the same breed. It's just
Ooh.
like, look, it's Fat Tony.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, yeah, and this is large, large mammal. Dude, the one thing I'm surprised I never heard a word about. So I had a radio show in high school, and I would do this character called Tamanchu, Runner of the West. This was based completely on like my dad. Like I would just bother my dad, be like, "What's our ancestry?" And he'd be like, "Fuck, Irish or some shit." And then I bothered him one day about it. He was like, "Fuck you, dude. We're Native American." And I was like, "Okay, fine.
I'm claiming that.
I'm claiming it." And so I started doing Tamanchu, Runner of the West, and I'd be like, "We're sponsored today by Tillamook cigarettes." Like, it's like a high school radio station. I'm saying like we're sponsored by cigarettes. I'm like doing like fucking I get red voice and shit.
That rules.
And they'd be like, "Up next we have Swans with," and oh, that was the other thing about high school radio. My favorite thing. So they'd just buy whole licenses. So you get a license to ASCAP or you get a license to BMI, and these are like the two largest music guilds or unions or catalogs you can subscribe to, and you can just play anything from them. They had all of Swans music.
Oh, really?
So I could just sit and I could play MF Doom and Swans as much as I wanted on
That
like
rules.
fucking Des Moines radio. And of course I did that.
Of course.
Of course. Who the
You
hell
just gotta wake some
wouldn't?
people up to be. Is it To Be Kind? That's the best album, right?
That's it. I would exclusively play shit from To Be Kind, which is so this is the album where if you go to the Swans fucking Wikipedia page,
It's the Baby Head, right?
it's no, it's the Teeth.
It's the Teeth one.
I think it's the Teeth. It is no, To Be Kind is yeah, you're right. That's the Baby Head.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of their first and second album, which I can never remember the name of. But Michael Gira, the lead singer of Swans, the frontman of Swans, is very clear. He's like, we did not know how to play instruments for the first 3 Swans albums.
It's like, what?
Yeah, it's like rhythmic noise, and like, you know what?
It's like cathartic. That album like is like really good.
Yeah, no,
I listen to
shockingly.
that. I might listen to that on the way home.
I'm not talking about To Be Kind, because what's shocking about that sentence is they would go on to make really well composed,
Yeah.
like musically interesting pieces, and you could throw musically interesting in the debatable category,
Yeah.
because like, I mean, how many of their 2.5 hour albums have you listened to?
Probably 3.
Yeah,
When I was on the
yeah.
kick, right?
Yeah, you
It's
do.
like when somebody's like, you gotta listen to that LCD Sound System album. It's like 3 hours long. I'm like, no.
Wait, is the one that Dance Yourself Clean is on like 3 hours
It's
long?
one of them is like 3 hours long.
Jesus
And it's like
Christ.
the live one that
Oh.
everyone's like, you gotta listen to. It's music, and you're like, no, I don't want it. Somebody had like the vinyl of it. It's like 8 vinyls.
Shit, dude. My favorite record that anyone has pulled out is the my buddy DJ Gloomer. Check him out. I think he's in Antwerp right now. We were hanging out one day and he fucking pulls out this fucking record, and it's Death Grips, like the one with the fucking cock on the cover.
Oh yeah,
No Love Deep Web.
yeah,
yeah. So he's just got this and it's like uncensored.
yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's
See,
just
Zach,
his fucking-
I think that's Zach Hill's penis.
It is Zach Hill's fucking cock, dude.
Nice. It's thick, man.
It's a good girthy dick.
That's a German cock for
Yeah,
sure.
it's we all got the same vein on the top of it. It's like a dorsal fin. Like, is that ribbed for her pleasure? Like, what the fuck is that?
Apparently, that's what like
Yeah.
a girl once described to me, because like, you know, I had enough friends where it's like we were just banging the same girls.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
like-
yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, you guys have like the same dick, except his is smoother." I was like, "What does that mean?" She's like, "I like yours is veinier." I'm like, can you feel it?
You
I
ever,
guess it's that sensitive. Down
dude,
there.
you ever really fucking just like absolutely? You don't know what it is, but your blood pressure is like rocking it, and you're like, I'm as hard as I ever am, but I'm noticing like extra veins and shit. You ever get worried about that? Like your dick's going fucking like Super Saiyan or fucking
Yeah.
varicose or
I
fucking.
think it happened the other day. I haven't been able to get as stiff recently. I was gonna be like, "You got a Blue Chew?" I got 2 days until my new one comes in, and I'm fucking worried.
I'm right now I'm trying to use model magic and fashion myself a
I'll
faux
go pick up
penis.
some. What was the brand back in the like Extends?
Extends, yeah. That shit really doesn't work.
No,
I-
none of that works.
anything that's not that shit that'll fuck your heart up. Like Sildenafil or fucking, you know, the 3.
Tadalafil.
Yeah, the 3 that they actually like fucking will mail you now. fucking, or that it just makes your dick itch. That's what I've heard. I've never taken like a rhino pill or whatever.
Why? Like, I don't. There's no way that's gonna make you feel good. It's probably like a caffeine pill.
Dude, here's the thing, dude. I used that blue chew you gave me, and just it was the same thing, sex injury.
Really?
Yeah, sex injury. Like immediate, like.
But the thing is like you don't need it.
No, and here's the other weird thing. When you do take it and you don't need it, you have like blue chew, like in your bloodstream for like 3 days. It feels like. Like I don't know about you, but I was having like fucking. Like middle schooler boners,
and they were rock hard.
It's like it's a pretty interesting because I wasn't expecting this, but like you need to be like stimulated for that medicine to work. I just thought you took it and then you like just had an unoptional boner for like 4 hours.
No,
and I could see how it could get there if you're like psychologically weak, but I took it and I'm like waiting like an hour, and I look over and I'm like, hey. You know that silly pill Seth gave me? I took it. And the words were, why?
We already have good sex.
It's like you don't need...
That's what my girlfriend was like, hey, why did you take a blue chew? I have to work tomorrow. I don't want to be sore.
No, well, that's the fucking thing, man. It's like, the problem is the sex injuries from blue chew are like dual-sided. Yeah. Like you will... I don't know, like explode a cervix on that shit. Like honestly, here's the thing, man. I'm officially, I know we've had Ricky Rance on the podcast. He's very against allopathic medicine, but I think modern science is just proof because like if you imagine you have a 5.5 inch dick,
you're good though.
And you're fine. You are completely fine. You are totally fine. Don't let anyone tell you you're not okay. But if you got a 5.5 inch dick, that shit will turn you into Superman. Yeah. That shit gives you a fighting fucking chance, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like honestly, there's probably, I don't know. Have we talked about dysmorphia, body dysmorphia on this show before? Probably because it's like I don't know, man. Like if you got a hog, you worry. Like it's really like because because you have a bigger dick than somebody. You know someone's got a bigger dick than you.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And then...
I think someone in high school had a 13-inch penis.
That is hell.
Oh, yeah. He cried to me.
About it? Just like, dude, no one will have sex with me.
He tried to have sex with this girl was like, I'm a huge slut. And like, she couldn't take it. And he cried. And that was very awkward. How do you like... Fuck you. Dude. Go do porn at 18, faggot.
Like, yeah, that's probably you probably get a good old grip of money.
Yeah.
Here's the other, dude. What's really fucked up, the male side of porn is like you show up even with some shit like that. They still recommend like cosmetic surgery and like there's all these fucking I don't know. There's something where they clip something behind your dick so it like fucking like hangs weird or like more pronounced like or some shit.
Where, like, there's positions you have to do that is not comfortable and you have to like, maintain speed because you can't be in the way of the camera. So you got to fuck like this.
I think that's ruining sex for some people because there are some people that I've been with where they're just straight up trying to like where it's almost like, who are you doing that for? Like who's watching? Like no, just like you don't have to angle out. You certainly don't have to. I don't know. I don't know. You can tell when someone is aping pornography in a way that's not helping the situation.
That's why I watch amateur porn.
Yeah,
that's where the good stuff is.
Yeah, that's where the good stuff is. Really. Like, have you ever gone back and watched porn from like 3 years ago that you shot?
I like. I've deleted those. No, yeah, I actually have deleted those. Like,
there's no point here, but like you'll find like a fucking folder and you'll be like, you know what? That was a good dick day.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
I was way skinnier. So because the tummy makes it shrink.
Is there someone who could do a side by side of like me from a year ago where I was probably 60, 70 pounds heavier? I think. I don't know.
I don't know if that much.
But I think
25, 30.
No, dude.
To me, it was like beer gut.
It was, dude. So
just beer fat, basically.
I was like almost 200 pounds.
What?
Yeah.
That's wild.
So I put it on so fucking fast that it was like organ fat. Like I was like Alex Jones fat. So like I think I might have told this story before, but like I was you know, I was hooking up a lot, and I was very fucking skinnier than I was now a little bit, and fucking this chick who was like thick, and she got into my head with something. She was like, how does your fucking body work? She looked at the size of my jeans, saw the size of my waist, and she was like, got like upset about it. And I was like, yeah, we have different bodies. I also like don't play fucking hockey.
Yeah.
So I put on some fucking weight, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I put on like fucking 40 or 50 pounds in like 3 or 4 months. It was like,
That's wild.
yeah, it was just like, let me start drinking as much beer and eating as much fried chicken as possible. And I got like, kind of like Mac fat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wouldn't, actually, I would recommend it. It was dope.
Get fat for a bit. I'm still trying.
You know, you've lost a shit ton of weight, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I think if
I
we
was
did
nearing 330.
really,
Yeah.
what, you're down below what, 270 now?
Well, no, I put on 10 more pounds, but I was at 290. I think I'm at like 280 right now.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, just slowly. It's the best to do it this way too, because like I mean, the problem is, Doug, the edibles coma, where you're just like locked in, and it's like I'm not hungry for hours, and all of a sudden it's like I'm gonna make Oreo cereal with legit Oreos.
I think that's, God, man, fat guy ideas are awesome. Shit, we can't let you guys go. Fuck. Maybe we just need
something about like your cotton mouths going, and it's just like, ooh, cereal, ooh, always hits, and you can just like, it's like a bottomless pit at that point. Dude.
I don't know.
Eat like
I
a
don't know
box
if we should
cereal.
let you get thin. I don't know if, like, the world kind of needs you right now, man.
That's what's weird, because like for a while it was like fat guys, no one wanted them.
Yeah.
And then like the stigma changed, and now girls just start fucking fat guys.
Oh, girls love fat guys now. They love themselves a big dude, and it's I think it was similar to me with fat pussy. You realize that it's just as accessible.
Yeah.
So because that's a lot of fellas. If you're worried about women of a larger size, I don't know if you know this, but the ass flattens out and and spreads apart. The pussy is totally like there is no such thing as an ass so fat you can't fuck it, my man.
Well, I realize my girlfriend's getting like too hot now because she had the weight loss surgery.
Oh no,
But dude, it's like her like muscles are popping, and she's like lost like almost 40 pounds now.
does she just look like a really fit mom now?
Yeah, thick thighs and a big butt, and I'm just like, we're going to the bar, dude. Guys, we went to the bowling alley, and a guy's like, didn't we go to high school together? And she's like, no. And he's like talking about her tats. And I swung by, and she's like grabbing me because I'm just like, dude, nice bald spot. Like, stop fucking,
Dude,
dick.
I fucking having someone flirt with the person you're with in public is so odd in like 21st century because you know that she's gonna handle it.
Yeah, no,
But
she's very mean.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't fucking come sideways at your lady in like she's got that look where like from a car you could tell she's like gonna be mean to you.
Definitely got just deep German roots.
Yeah, it's dude, I had my fucking Irish side of the family tease me for like my fucking pseudonym. I think they were just mad. I went with something German, and I'm like, I was definitely like raised more German than I was Irish, even though if I'm more fucking Irish. But it's made me consider it because like I don't fucking like the shitty last name I chose. I feel like the guy who started Train.
Yeah.
You know, like they had this interview my fucking mother would talk about when I was a kid, and they were like, if we knew we were gonna be remotely successful, we would have not picked the name Train for a band. And I'm like, oh God, yeah. I picked a name that sounds like the word hate.
Yeah,
It's
like Dave Matthews Band.
Dave. Oh, they actually have the same story.
Yeah.
They have said if we knew, we wouldn't have named it after Dave. We would have named it after the fucking one talented black guy who fucking carries the band.
Two.
Yeah.
Violin and drummer.
White bassist.
Rules, dude.
Yeah. No.
I mean, listen, they only have one good song, and it's just Ant marching for half of
Hold
it.
my hand. I want to hold your hand. Wait, can all white people do Darius Rucker voice?
That'd be awesome.
Wait, pull the mic away and do it. Do it. Like. Hold my hand. I want to hold about it. Oh my God, wait. Okay.
I swear he was white.
It's
for years.
For years. No, because that was the thing. Because Darius Rucker, that's who Hootie is from Hootie and the Blowfish, was on country radio for years before anyone knew he was black. And then once Troy the Cowboy came out, because there was a CMT version of American Idol called like, Can You Fuck Your Cousin or something? And fucking this black guy one named Troy the Cowboy. He never had a hit single. He never really went anywhere. Bummer for Troy. But the flip side of that is people started to Google black country singers. Oh, wow. And that is how everybody found out.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah, that Darius Rucker was black. Like, unless you went and saw Darius Rucker live, you wouldn't know that he was Hootie.
Apparently, like, I think David Letterman was like how they got their big break too.
For Hootie and the Blowfish?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I could totally see that. Dave has the weirdest taste, and it's really kind of the best thing about him.
He loved Green Day. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
He had him on like 8 times.
Dude, early too.
Yeah,
early.
oh yeah.
I don't think you have the success of Dookie without that Letterman. They went on for Letterman. We could ask my fucking boyfriend. He would fucking know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, do you
how big of a connection?
It's no, because then it'll turn into.
Have you heard any of that new Green Day album?
Yeah, actually. So probably 4 or 5 tracks. I don't know. My boyfriend will correct me, but I'm dating like a huge Green Day fan.
I love Green Day. I'm not the biggest fan of this album. I haven't loved an album basically since.
It's my favorite since I think it's better than 21st Century Breakdown in terms of enjoyability.
Yes, it's shorter too, thank God.
I really there wasn't anything for me on Uno Dos Tres.
Nothing. Well, I mean, there's like hits.
I could point to 2 songs on every album that's probably really good. Even like every bad Green Day album, like I'd call like Nimrod like not their best.
No. See, now you got to go back. Nimrod is top 3.
Top 3 for you?
It's like Dookie, Nimrod. I mean,
what's the one? Warning or Danger?
I like Warning.
Warning,
even though it's like technically it's just them trying to do garage rock.
Ooh, see, is that where fucking At the Library comes from? That fucking because that's one song that I remember listening to as a teenager that I need to revisit. And I've talked about it on the show before, where it was the first time I couldn't hear Billy Joe Armstrong's lyrics, and I was like, "Are these?"
He writes like a 17-year-old girl.
He really does.
Yeah,
it's very. I mean, it's very like punchy, relatable. There's no like there really isn't like an attempt to be clever a lot of the times, which is interesting. So like sometimes they'll do like a joke or something and it really stands out.
Well, any of his political stuff is went like to the wall on American Idiot.
And how nice of them to pick a president that wasn't fucking annoying to joke about. Like everyone, like I don't know.
Oh
man.
yeah.
I think that's why we got the Trump situation we did, where everyone talked about it for 4 years.
Well, music is not the way music was back then, right? Like,
yeah,
nobody kind of cares. I mean, maybe it's just me getting older. I don't know any new artists. I'll hear like a rap song that came out like 2 years ago. I'm like, oh, that's a Key Glock track. I like that.
Yeah. Or it fucking. Yeah, that's the thing. Once I stopped making hip hop, I officially had no excuse to like watch it or care or follow it, because do you remember how much like it would be like more than an hour a day we'd be consuming and discussing the state of hip hop for probably years.
Yeah, because it was such a weird, because it was basically just waiting until Kendrick's new album for anything slightly good.
Well, I remember for you and I, it was getting into I got into like the 4chan music board in like middle school. Yeah. It's like when Seth and I started to be friends, and then I got into Fantano like 2011. Yeah. Around his Bastard review and his Goblin review.
Goblin review.
And then
which is funny because I hated him. Well, I didn't hate him, but I was like, you didn't like Goblin? But like I still was interested because it was like, okay, well, I want to know more about this. And that's how I got introduced to so many albums.
Well, I think this is one of the reasons why I don't know. I never get bored talking to Seth. I don't know how bored Seth gets talking to me, but we've have the similar interests. But anytime one of us picks it up hardcore, at least for our teen years and early 20s, the other would drop it. Yeah. So I got out of music. Seth got super into music. I got into movies. Seth wasn't so into movies. I got out of movies. Seth got real into fucking movies. And then it's now we have like, I don't know, 10 years of watching and listening to shit. Yeah. And it's really it's great to have someone to bounce this shit off of. Like but there's shit we haven't seen because of that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's some albums that you would recommend me that I'd probably like. Is there an album that you'd be like, dude, I fucking need to tell Tanner about this shit?
It'd probably be like if you're wanting some like I think I've tried to get you to listen to it. That I will always revisit that Jeff Rosenstock album. We Cool.
Oh,
It is like
okay.
I love the melancholy, just like mid-20s drunk album that it is with the happiest pop punk music. It is just like depressing like, oh, I'm gonna fucking do it, but I'm gonna sing about being naked and drinking wine and try not to kill myself. I'm like with the happy ass music, it rules.
Guess what I listened to last night?
What?
Because I was turning on I couldn't sleep, dude. So I turned on Watch Free, and there's like a fucking Euro Trip is on. And I never watched Euro Trip, but like I know the stories. I went to public high school.
Yeah.
And so, they're playing Scotty Doesn't Know, and I'm like, oh, it's pretty cool. Fuck, great song. I'd heard that song 1,000 fucking times. And then, like, I just look up the band Lustra to see if they have any other like good songs. Turns out they do.
That
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, and then I look at like the genre listing on Wikipedia, and it says pop punk, and I'm like, no. Am I?
It's because it had there were so many variety of basically the same band. Because Green Day spawned what is them?
Yeah, see, you have that power pop into pop punk kind of thing, which is like I would call, Green Day is like almost like a proper pop punk band, and then like it just evolved. Is it Blink 182? Is that who you're
Blink
thinking of?
182
Yeah.
is like then they kind of like I'd say brought it more to like down to even more of like kiddie pop.
Yeah, is the connecting link if we're doing an evolutionary ladder, it'd be like Green Day, and then you have Sum 41, and then you have like in the devolution, you have.
But people are like, oh, I like Blink 182 more than Green Day. I'm like, probably Blink 182 has less albums, so that's probably
why. They have
apparently nobody likes Green Day's second album, which I think is the reason why is because they didn't do as much pop punk. It's more of a punk album.
That could definitely be, man. I mean, think about it. That's definitely what I would do. Like if I had a really like Dookie was a hit, man. And so like if Dookie comes out and someone's like, oh, now, you can do a little bit more of what you want. They really like you. Yeah. And then you come out and, really totally bury your ass. And it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't go over as well. I don't know. It's crazy to me though that they've maintained their career. Yep. They've always connected with teenagers, which is like insane to me.
I think because it's like Zoomers want to be in that 2011 emo phase.
Yeah,
or,
man.
Was it 2009?
Even before that, like apparently, and I learned this over the week through Twitter, the rest of the world was not emo until 2014. Like the fucking Midwest was.
Yeah.
Like, dude, people were still walking around with like fucking everything, like wearing two belts and it's only going through two loops kind of thing.
Wearing everything you could buy at Spencer's that day.
Yes.
In Hot Topic.
and not even like good versions of the haircuts. Like you can like it was so rare to see like a well done, attractive like emo chick that I remember all of them.
No, they were all like trailer park trash. Fucking Midwest trash, just like
so unbearably hot though. So it's like you know like Fairuza Balk in Waterboy, that kind of hot where you're just like I wanna get scabies on your floor, bitch.
I'm ready to go to war. I don't know why. Something's coming over me.
There's something about those like really bright-eyed dirty chicks. I'm just like let me save you.
It makes me want to point a gun at somebody.
Yeah,
fucking
drink a Pabst Blue Ribbon and just like fucking I'm white trash and I'm in trouble. Like fuck yeah, dude. I think
that is an underrated. Just I don't know why that episode in particular of South Park.
Yeah,
is so funny. It's just like it's like a regular kind of superhero tropey episode with the Kenny. But then it's just like the B story is an agnostic family, and
so
it's abusive, and it's so funny.
It's like, what if the religious abuse was the lack of religion? I kind of love them because they Matt Stone and Trey Parker because they'll do a take. They'll have a take. They'll actually flip something. It's not like, hey, what if this priest raped a boy? It's like, hey, what if the priest isn't raping a boy, and that's the joke? It's like. True, it's not just like pointing to shit for the 1,000th time. It's that when they do point to something, that everyone else is talking about. It's like, can we stop pointing to that shit? It's gay.
Yeah, it's
And
like with the priests. It's like the
yeah,
reverse of the episode is like all the priests are doing it, and the good priest is the one that they're fucking like mocking, and they're like, "What? No!" And then at the end, it's a giant spider.
Yeah, the fucking the Zemulek Catholics, yeah, space Catholics and shit. That shit's so cool. Like,
Which that's probably just riffing on Scientology.
did we talk last week? Because I've still been batting this idea around to the point where I've brought it up with a couple other people this week. Why hasn't Seth MacFarlane done a musical yet? Like a stage musical? Because it's Matt Stone, Trey Parker did it. They knocked it out of the park. You know, Seth MacFarlane can write the fuck out of a song. He's won like 3 Grammys now, and you know.
He's busy though. 3 shows, right?
Three shows, and you know he's gonna do like 2 more. He's gonna have to go back and do 2 seasons of those fucking animated things to make up for how, I hate to say the phrase tarnished legacy, but like you should have just gone on hiatus for 2 years.
Yeah,
Like the episodes were
I
that
understand
bad.
it though, because Ted is so good.
It's so like I would have stopped working on everything if I had found that magic that he found with that setup. Like, dude, yeah, drop everything, go work on that.
It is like it's basically like a proper modern sitcom. It's like New Girl kind of style.
Yeah, it's like what if the Goldbergs was funny?
Yeah,
It's
it's literally
it's literally the concept. Like, what if the Goyish Goldbergs?
It's like
were
very
funny?
positive. Like, did you watch?
positive.
There's like that episode where they get the bully, they call his dad, or no, they pretend to be his dad, and they like fuck with him, and they feel bad for it, so they hire an actor. It's so fucked up though.
It's see, that's the thing. Like, I've been dealing with this because like we you know, some of the stuff like when you get into comedy, man, the stuff he writes like really mean spirited.
Yeah,
And
but they bring it around.
yeah, no, well, that's the thing is like I'm trying to figure out. Like, I've been talking to people who are better fucking writers than I am, like people that have done something with their careers so far, and I'm just like, hey, so I have this really mean idea. How do I do that? And so like they were like, you should just parody the fact that you even wanted to do something that mean. Like, now just make it a comedy about the guy who wanted to make that. And I'm like, fuck, that's good. Like, how deep into writing before you start having those little gems?
It's like Trey Parker's whole thing about what he was teaching or he did that segment at NYU.
Yeah.
Just like how to structure the episode properly. That has helped come up with so many ideas. And it actually helps you get out of the rut of fucking staying in like one section. It's like you like, okay, but why does this happen?
Yeah.
Connect them. It's like that helps a lot.
So I hate that NYU talk for one reason and one reason only. It ruins everything that you ever watch forever.
Oh yeah.
It's because it's Matt who's leading it, right? Is it Trey? It's Trey.
It's Trey.
Yeah. So Trey, because I remember no curly hair.
Yeah.
So Trey's up there and he's like, so we found this out early on in South Park. The worst stories are like, and then, so something happens, and then something happens, and then something happens. To have stakes and build tension and to have like a conflict and then to resolve that conflict is like a much better story. So a better format is something happens, but something, therefore. Yeah. And that and the but and the therefore make them have to do something in the next scene. And that's how you like, so all characters have like a motivation and obstacles. And so those obstacles are where you get the but, therefore. And so like basically, and you can watch anything now. Go turn on an episode of whatever, any 20-minute show. You will see someone who has a goal, and then obstacles are introduced, and then they get over it in like a novel way, like every time. And that's just like the nature of storytelling.
Especially the early seasons of South Park, it's just like, and the boys learned a lesson.
Yes. Yeah. And you can tell like almost the fucking season or the episode that they had that revelation about, and then, or therefore, or yeah. It's really crazy. You go watch season 1 and you're like, okay, now alien, now there's a satellite coming out of his ass. Like,
oh, it's so PG now. It's so wild that was like groundbreaking. That first season. I love the charm of the early seasons because it's not unwatchable, but like there's just like a weird charm that like this. It's like potty humor. Like I wouldn't get mad at a 5th grader saying this stuff.
Oh, you know what's weird? Family Guy's the exact opposite way.
Yeah.
Family Guy has transitioned into, well, actually, there's sort of a parabola. The early seasons truly like funny, offensive humor. Like I was watching like the first like 3 or 4 seasons, and I'm like, dude, they're doing like really hardcore like AIDS jokes. They're like
yeah.
they're like just being like black people are lazy, quote from Family Guy, and you're just like, whoa, dude. Like, and then you watch the later seasons, and you're like, you kind of forget like
It's like more violent now.
it's super violent. It's more about the psychology of the characters and not like superficial things about like what they do or how they act. It's more like Meg is a serial killer. Here's the funny things about that.
Let's just do this story, but with the Family Guy characters.
So that's my least favorite thing. I've noticed a lot of long, like 23 episodes a season shows do this, where like 3 episodes every season now will be like a movie parody, and then one will be like of some reformat of the show that turns it into 3 short A stories instead of a normal episode, and you're like, can we just write the show?
I know, but it's just so writers can have a break, because it's weird. It's like, in a way, it's probably better that Rick and Morty doesn't have 23 episodes a season.
Yeah, just to avoid all of that bloat.
Yeah, and it's like every episode is just a banger, right? Like there's no fat on that. Like this last season, like you were saying, like you thought they had peaked with that episode, but I just was like, you got to remember, every episode is at least an 8 up.
That's true. Yeah, it's sort of like bitching that the whole album is good, but the song in the middle was the best. It's like I can watch the season in whatever order I want. Like it's
You mind if we start wrapping?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. So fucking sorry for the last episode getting taken down. This one should be ironically less of an issue.
Should have Aaron on next episode.
Yeah, we should have Aaron on. We like having the 3-person dynamic, but God, this episode felt really good.
Oh yeah,
this was fun.
I came in a little high.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even touch on the edible haze.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get on his level here in a little bit, but
peanut butter and jelly.
Do you have any plugs? I do have some stuff I need to touch on, just audience shit.
No.
Cool.
Follow me, Dare Holland Trip.
And please do. He's been shit posting more, and it's been fun. Hey, it's Tanner, Piss Magazine. Working on Hyper Sigil. Hey guys, doing some streaming a lot on X. God, okay. Can I do a brief thing on Hyper Sigil? Do you have 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are gonna be making some announcements coming up. And it's gonna be cool, and things are gonna get a lot more real and weird. And I can't say anything fucking cool, but it's really fucking cool, man. Hyper-sigil.com. Follow @KillPodcasters. We got a big fucking show coming out, and we've thrown more money at it than we've thrown anything else at it. It's fucking sick, dude. Also, God, I'm trying really hard to get this fucking Andy Dick interview.
You're almost there, right?
I'm almost there, dude.
Is he gonna be like, I want $100 now?
I'd pay fucking Andy Dick's scale to show up. Fuck yeah, dude.
Just ask stories. You know?
I'm gonna be in LA in March and June, so I'm gonna see if I can just fucking sneak a fucking. I'll be close enough to Hollywood. I could probably fucking find it.
Yeah.
I could probably find Andy Dick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Just like look up what bar he has mixed down.
What bar? What? I'll just like look at the police blotter. Like there was I might have brought this up last fucking episode because we've been trying this Andy Dick Odyssey's lasted a couple of weeks. He's a hard guy to get a hold of. Mm-hmm. But there's this stage show that ran for like 10 years in LA called Everybody Has an Andy Dick Story. And so my thought, this is a far off idea. This is a pretty far out idea, but I really want Andy to do something with Paul. Like I kind of want to force Paul to just like spend a whole day with Andy because they're like I think they're very funny in the same way.
Yeah, I think like
they're both seriously
Andy
funny.
he knows like he'd be a comic and just probably like destroy him in some way.
Dude, yes. He would psychologically just destroy Paul, and then Paul would.
He would probably try to molest Paul. It would be the funniest thing. He's like trying to point a gun at him. He's like, "Let me touch your dick."
So I don't know if Andy's drinking right now. I don't think he is.
Probably
so
not.
I think that's the one thing I'm happy about. So I'm trying to get Andy Dick alone with this 18-year-old boy for money, for my own sick twisted profit. I'm worried that people think we're political, And I just want to say no.
No.
What happened to being like everyone's always like, they're crypto fascists. Like I'm crypto a cold, heartless capitalist.
Yeah.
I want
I'm
to
just
make
like
money.
I'm probably like a 2009 liberal,
Yeah.
and that's like considered a right winger today. Like,
All white guys.
Yeah.
all white guys who thought, the version of libertarianism I have in my head from when I was 15 is my exact political beliefs now.
Yeah.
I've just reabsorbed them.
It's like I'm tired of the government.
Yeah, I'm tired. Hookers
But then I
and
like them
weed.
sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah, fuck it.
You want to go do something I don't like? Fine, fuck you.
I don't care.
Thank you so much, guys. Piss Magazine is a regular show now. Again, we were on a little bit of a hiatus, but we're looking at weekly uploads. We're looking at streams on X. We're looking at streams on Kick. We're looking at streams on YouTube because I've overpaid for Streamlabs Premium membership.
So it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. If you want to tip to the show, tanner.killpodcasters.com, and I will just distribute them funds. It's our Streamlabs link.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but God, I'm so bad at saying goodbye, dude.
Goodbye.
Bye.